It's a new day, so we might as well have a new stream. The bots are already here. Let's get going. So, today's topic as usual, Busywork. Hopefully we can adhere to that. Yeah, throughout the football manager season and also throughout the preseason, there's always the odd thing to do, I guess. So, yesterday evening we did have a look into some of the contracts that run out, and I thought to myself, well, okay, if the contracts run out anyway, most of them, we might extend a few. But on the other hand, we might need to look at some of them and might need to realize that these people can probably leave, or I don't know, they have clauses and so on. So let's do this. Let's look into the squad and think about contracts right now and the contract situations. And this is by no means a definitive kind of approach. I have no idea, seriously, if some of the stuff is good or bad. So I will need to form an opinion as well as you do. And you might make another decision, that's okay. Alright, so here we have Paul Coleman. For him, well, he doesn't stand a chance in the first team. Let's put it like that. But on the other hand, if I look at his overall attribute sample, it's a communication which is bad. That might improve with time, if I'm not mistaken. It's anticipation which is bad, mental attribute, concentration, same, and positioning. This is all stuff that improves over time, more or less. And on its own, too. The agility is bad, but he's on it. And then he's bad with throwing and one-on-ones. The one-on-ones we just cannot do much about that, if I'm not mistaken. Or can we? Yeah, we can. But along the way he will start to rush out more and have better command of the area. So, I don't know. Anyway, he's got a few weaknesses, right? But the rest of it is decent. Would I play this guy? Probably not. But on the other hand, he's fairly pro, so yeah, depending on how he develops, he might develop into a goalkeeper that could stand a chance to make the odd game. Let's put it that way. So in that sense, he's got some potential left in him, but I wouldn't get my hopes up. Which implies either we extend his contract and try to sell him, but it's a hard sale right now, nobody's interested. Or we just have a look at the end of the season. We run the risk, obviously, that we lose him at the end of the season, but we might as well look into it in 4 months or something. So this is a pass for me right now. But what I'm willing to do is... Great. Okay, apparently this is just for transfers. Well, anyway, I just, seriously, I realized that this menu was here, but I just rediscovered it. So, yeah. What I'm willing to do now is trying to find him a loan move, and he probably will not find one. So he will remain with the club for that reason. Then we've got Jorgen Karlsson, similar problem. Well, even worse. I don't think he's that good. He just grew old enough to be in the first team, and that's it. We want to sell him, we want to get rid of him, nobody comes in. So... Ostrom, at this point, I probably feel in a similar fashion about him. He's got an extension clause though. What's with Karlsson? He doesn't. Well, Ostrom is 20 at this point. And that's too late in his career to ever make it. Yeah, we gave him some time on the pitch, but going forward, not sure what we should do with him. If he earns the club any money and gets some playing time, that would be great, but I don't think so. This will not happen. He'll get released at some point, and it will hurt me, but he'll get released. And a similar argument can be made for him, but at least he's got some, I'd say, skill in him. It's a slight spot. in his otherwise undoubtedly not useful skill set. There's also Jake Rigby. Same with him. I thought we could sign him for the youth team, but he was already too old, so that's on me. Still, contract runs for one additional year, and then that's it. I can live with that. So let's try to offer him out on loan. Probably we won't be successful though. So as you see, all of these have contracts that run out, and if they don't develop, we will not extend them, or we will, I don't know, keep them on a month-by-month basis or something. Then there's Pament, I guess. He's English. So with him, we think he's a wingback, more or less. At least for us. But seriously, if they play him in any other position, that's fine too. Don't care. Just give him time on the pitch, but I don't think it will happen anytime soon. With Puget, we just extended the contract for 1 year. And I think on 15 euros per week, so we might as well offer him out for loan immediately. And hopefully he can brings in some money. Seriously though, I think he's worth more than 5 euros a week. That said, nobody came in for him so far. Anderson. Well, as a perfectionist and a club captain, I'm a bit reluctant to let him leave. But I had hoped for more with him. No, that said, I think he trains as a wingback on defense duty, is it? Yeah. So for the defensive formation, more or less. And as a wingback for defense duty, he didn't get worse. Also, his performances last season weren't great, but they weren't strictly bad or responsible for whatever happened either. So in that sense, he's okay-ish. Really a good person to have around the club. And come to think of this, if we can get him down to other demands, that would probably be fine. He also has a contract extension clause, so we can pull that at some point if we want him to be around the club for another year. And seriously, for 30 euros a week at this point, we can talk about probably this being worthwhile due to him mentoring. So that's okay. On-field coach in a way, if you want to put it that way. I think Exploding Birthday Cake put it like that yesterday. Yeah, so that's alright. So I'll try to get a lower wage out of him though. He's okay with that. He's unsure though. Yeah, still wants 30. So what we can do is, in fact, this triggers the clause more or less. So what we will do is we will try to get him down to, I don't know, 25. That will probably be hard. But let's see. He might not react positively to this at all. So primary goal is not to have no clauses in there. The primary goal is to have him at 25. And that this stuff can stay to a degree. Also, we will include one of these clauses. And one of these. He might not object to that. I'm not sure. Okay, he doesn't object to the clause with the 15 games. Great. That there, we need that. Cool. Doesn't matter much. If we get promoted, 25% of 25 euros is nothing. So, still okay with this. And I want him to go down to 25. That's how it is. We will, I don't know, sweeten the deal with another additional loyalty bonus. Yeah, he accepts it. Okay. So now we've got him on a cheaper contract in case he goes for it. And that's all this was about anyway. Nice. And he might insist on the appearance fee. Or not, that is. What about the promotion wage raise? Can drop that too, fantastic. I don't expect us to get relegated, but just in case, you know, always include that clause. And that's it. That's it. So now we reduce his contract demands by €5 a week, that's alright. He considers himself a backup going forward, that's alright too. For now he thinks he's a squad player / fringe player, but he went with the backup going forward. We've got 2 options there on the right wing back position, so that's all good. The only question I have right now is, who's he mentoring for at this time? Ngongo, Anton Berg, and there's even a slight effect from the group on him. Why is that? Well, okay, doesn't matter much. Whilst I would love for him to retain his perfectionist personality, it's probably more important that the others pick up some personality traits. So that's okay. Now I'm looking for the other right back. So Ngongo is one of them. What's the other one? Berntsson. Kasper Berntsson it is. So he's balanced, another player, and in this group he's wasted, I guess. Yeah, definitely. He doesn't need to be with the youngsters, just to, I don't know, get their personalities together, I guess. He can be in a perfectionist group here. Yeah, there's only a light influence on him, but hopefully that can change a little bit. This went down really well. So, Tillander as well as Ishak and Woldsund, they all wind up opponents now. We should probably train the entire squad in this trade. This is wonderful. Just imagine it. 11 players on the pitch that wind up opponents. I would need to look into this, what this does in practice, but yeah, not sure how it works. But apparently it has something to do with morale. Well, in any case, this is nice to have, and now we have a lot of people that give that away to others, and they have no other traits, so that's perfectly fine. I'm not aware that one of the players shouldn't have winds up opponents. Let me know if you think differently about this, but now I'm willing to go into this and look for players that don't have traits, and that can have this trait too. Because our strikers don't have much else. So Nila Forsell, I'm not sure if he is still... Well, probably there is no effect from the group, but on the other hand, I don't think traits go down like this, if I'm not mistaken. Skillermo has too many traits on his own, same with Ytterhogdals. Alp, I don't want Alp anywhere near the young people with these traits. No, this is all good. So let's have Nila Forsell in there. Hopefully he can have an influence too. But it's mostly I don't know. It's mostly Per Fransson who would profit from it. The others are too old. In fact, it's probably a bad idea to have him in here. He might lose some professionalism. Oh, phone call. I gotta take this. Give me a second. Alright, I'm back. So, that was an early break, but no, I've got some, yeah, I got some news from a dentist actually. So, yeah, it's like always, the organization is really all there is to it, and things are entirely unorganized with everyone involved. So, yeah, cool. Alright. We were in the midst of the mentoring groups, and I just thought about, well, a central defender group is probably good. This stuff here, they have the dribbling trait. I'm not sure if I want that on anyone. Well, especially not up front here. Then there's risky passers. This is totally fine for those, but Multi-Eggman didn't give these traits away just yet. And then we have a lot of youngsters. There is not much reason why any one of these youngsters wouldn't wind up the opponent, right? Who cares? They can. That said, they have decent personalities that might suffer a negative influence, and I'm not sure if it's worth it. Is there another player that definitely needs this? No, I don't think so. We've got, well, the goalkeepers area here, and they can all have avoiding the weaker foot. That's alright. So that's fine. We'll probably keep it as it is. But long term, it would be great if everyone in the squad could have, or at least most of the players, could have winds-up opponents. That would be really fun. I don't know what it does exactly though. I think it encourages the other players to commit a foul from time to time. So, why not? I need to look into the description again, because what I found online is that it affects morale or something. Yeah, apparently it increases the likelihood of a player trying to improve the morale of his team by attempting to impair that of the opponent. In attempting to distract them from giving full focus. Is this what's the description here too? Yeah, this description is better, I guess. To increase the likelihood of a player to looking to frustrate their opponent. So this means that the opponent will be short-tempered and in that sense might commit more fouls or something, or do stupid things, have lapses in concentration. So you could argue that this is unsporting, but this is great. I love it. So let's go with this. Alex Forsell will finish his trial, and I am not interested in this guy due to the personality. Danny Helgren, same here. The skill set for a 16-year-old isn't that bad, but low determination, I don't think so. Yeah, also overall there's a lot missing here. It's not like this is horrible though, for our league level. As you can see, he's on 1 yellow star. But yeah, I don't want to have somebody of his personality in the youth team. We're looking for bargains that are good for the youth team going forward. So there's that. Then what will we have next? Mr. Holmberg, also a goalkeeper. There's not much use in bringing him in, I think. Same here. Well, this is a bit of a different situation, I think. For a central defender, he's got a mediocre jumping reach. He's not that tall. But overall, I feel for a central defender, this looks like a rather decent sample of attributes, right? It's not that bad. We're talking about a 16-year-old here. He's with Linz Köpek, First Division South, so yeah, same league level as we are in their youth team. And if I look at this, the only thing missing here from a mental aspect, well, it's technical, is marking. And strength on the physical side. He's got the pace. I would actually be willing to sign this guy for his potential. Because he looks like he might be okay overall. If we consider he might improve his composure and well, the other stuff. What's missing? Aggression, anticipation, composure. That'll improve over time. Especially with a 16-year-old. Strength? Yeah, he will grow into it. To a degree at least. So let's give him a 10-10 here probably at some point. That's not unlikely. Positioning will not improve much. But in the marking, we can train that. That's okay. So if we train that, decisioning and decisioning. Yeah, great. Decision-making and positioning will improve too. So I think this is viable. If only we can get his personality somewhere. Now I'm gonna pull out the personality calculator at this point. Just because I can. This is obviously a new gen. He's got determination 11. That's not too bad. He's fairly sporting, which is one of the average personalities. Where is it? Here is it. And his media handling is, well, he's volatile and media friendly. So that's not good. This implies professionalism between 1 and 14, good sportsmanship 15 to 20, pressure 1 to 20, loyalty 1 to 14, ambition 1 to 14, temperament of 3 to 6, which is bad, because he should have more there, and controversy 1 to 14. Now, controversy 1 to 14 means he's not that likely to muck up, but yeah, so overall he needs a change in personality. I'm still willing to do this. And we need to make a transfer first. We need them to pay here for his wages. And now we probably have the problem that I initiated contract talks with him immediately. For this guy as a central defender, we can have a similar outlook actually. It's not too bad. I'm not sure though. Temperamental. Volatile, media friendly, and confrontational. Determination is 7. Yeah. So this is one of those that has a really bad personality overall. Oh, I don't think this is viable. We shouldn't go here. We will not make him into a model professional anytime soon. And Alfonso. Attribute-wise, this doesn't look too impressive to me. So, to me this is a pass. And now we have to walk away here and he will be annoyed next time we try to sign him. Oh, yeah. That's on me, sorry. So, let's add him to the shortlist. Oh, he's already on the shortlist, okay. So, I'm interested now, but we will need to negotiate a new deal. We should probably do the entire youth intake that way, because this implies that youth intake only costs us €3 a month. Yeah, not a month, a week. Well, every player does. So that would be great, I think. I think we already have some space for additional trials. So last time we went to England. And just went with it here. I don't know much about the clubs anyway. But what I do know is there is a U18 squad. And we can happily offer trials to everyone in the U18 squad. Look into them and move on. And yes, most of them will not be accepted. I think we're skipping through the U18 league now though. But it doesn't matter much. I'm also perfectly willing to offer trials to the U18 of Manchester City or something. Who cares? Or Leamington for that matter. So that's probably too many. Nobody wants Antoine Progrès. There you have it, explosive birthday cake. There you have it. Nobody wants him. They don't consider him to be good enough these days. So a lot of trial offers got accepted here. Some rejected. Nobody's willing to come in. Usually there's some people willing to come in. Yeah, there are. Here we go. Good morning to you. Well, at least it's morning in my place. That stuff with offering the trials, we will do the same all over again. It's so cold? Well, it's sunny around here. But I guess it can be cold at the same time. I don't know, I opened the windows. Our apartment collects heat really well. Which is concerning, we never spend a summer here. So, I don't know, it might be really hot in here going forward. Yeah, so additional trialists from England, that's great, come on in. Team selection advice against Ytterhogdals, I don't care much. And we will do the same all over again. Let's go to England on the U18 league and offer some more trials. Where is it? Yeah, there are different divisions in the U18 though. It's sorted regionally anyway. Who cares? Let's go with Boston. I don't think it makes much of a difference in which to which club we offer the trials. Most of them will not be accepted, and we only get those that are of questionable potential. Let's put it like that. But on the other hand, some of them might be just fine. Doncaster, they have a lot of youth. Alright, that should be enough. Maybe we can get, I don't know, some sort of list going. But, that sort of scouting costs money. I would prefer us not to do this manually. Yeah, blah blah. Look at it. All of them got rejected. There's also a 15-year-old goalkeeper in here in the sample for some reason. I'm not sure how this works. But there's a few other guys that are willing to come in. Okay. That's great. We will find us a model citizen at some point. Seriously. At some point somebody will be in this sample that is willing to come in. Yeah, something like this, exactly. But on the other hand, this is more about the personality of the youth team, really. I want them to, I don't know, I want them to develop. It's not even, it doesn't even need to be we are viable for the first team at some point. It needs to be we generate some resale value. That's what it is to me. To me, sorry. And, well, this looks far better, right? This looks far better. Now, I have no idea about the attributes just yet, but an 18-year-old, that, well, he's too old to be homegrown at any point. But if this is confirmed to a degree, I'm happily signing this young goalkeeper. Him, probably not. He's a slag with injury problems. He should get another job. Peterson Pohl. Yeah, I don't care about this guy. Apparently he's really cheap as a goalkeeper. He's with Ytterhogdals. Okay. Yeah, well, we will play them going forward. And there are a lot of players here that I might be interested to a degree in, but I'm not willing to scout them all. with this center back. This is a sample of good traits, by the way. I like this. But he's not of a quality that we do not already have in the squad. He's 26. So whatever. I don't think this is viable. Long term, we need improvements to the personality or to the skill overall. Okay, let's go into the friendly. Let's get this done. So this is more or less the first team. So they can all play. They should all be match sharp. Tillander already is though. So in that case, we will give Speedy Boy some time on the pitch, because I think Tillander will retain his sharpness with the next friendlies against the youth team. That's probably enough. And for the others, I'd rather have them to be sharp than to everybody, than for everybody to be I don't know, half sharp. Let's put it that way. So we need to do this. I need to adapt the volume of the stream. And hopefully everything is fine. Did you have any thoughts since yesterday evening, or night I might probably say, about the squad? Some random thought at, I don't know, in the middle of the night? We should definitely extend the contract off, or player XYZ might be a good idea to play like this. If you had, let me know. Or probably that's something that only happens to me though. So, yeah. Well, Ytterhogdals got relegated last season. I might add that we might have defeated them 1-0 at some point, and that this settled the affair for them to go down, more or less. Ytterhogdals Holmström has been released. Are you kidding me? So no 50% sell on for us, but he will come in for a trial like immediately. Immediately we will put him up for a new trial. Look at this. They paid 10k for him and then they released him. Sure, he can come back. He's 23 now. Mutual termination at that. They spent a lot of money on this guy for nothing, and I have no idea why. Seriously, if you look at these performances, would you be willing to argue with me about him being capable of scoring another 20 goals next season? Probably not. We will probably be able to include him into the system once more. So yeah, that's an option. That is if we can pay him, which we probably can't. But I will have him around the club, if I can. Anderson apparently extended his contract, so that's €5 a week saved, and a player with a great personality to mentor the others available going forward. And also, he accepts that he's emergency backup at this point. He doesn't want to come in for a trial. Seriously, Ishak? Seriously? Between 250 and 375. Okay. Well, 375 is a bit much, even for somebody capable of scoring 20 goals a season. So I'm not willing to do that, especially as we have a lot of players in the squad now who might also score from time to time. And Wolfson really is a good striker overall. He's not great for... he doesn't have great potential for the future though. But neither has Ytterhogdals Holmstrom, to be perfectly honest. He's a target man, and he will remain that way. It's exactly these players that I want to keep. Well, with Friends on, we can make an exception, probably. As long as he plays. That's no big deal. But the others, these are the old backups that they want. For some reason. So should we go with youth players as backup into the season? In case we can, like, Multigard Long can be loaned out. Do we want to go with youth players as backups into next season? That's certainly a possibility. It saves us a lot of money too. So, I'm not sure about that. What is it what we face? This stuff. Okay, so next match only we will try to overlap on both wings, because we can. And the low crosses are probably fine. Yeah, those are all moderately good. So this will be a hard match for us. No, definitely harder than the last one. But it's still a friendly. They went one league below. And hopefully we can just smash them. Because we improved a little bit, right? Alright, next friendly with the snow cannon active for the pitch, and outside it's green. Oh, we should probably go to comprehensive highlights though, if we're interested in it. Wilson. Is there any sound? There is. That's not much of a problem. For Sell. Interesting long ball. Nothing for Morgan. Volsund intercepts it though. And immediately goes for the volley. Not a bad idea. So this is the first shot of the game. Hellstrom. Ekman. Nice pass. Low. Speedy boy. Out on the right wing. There's nobody. Absolutely nobody. They're gonna go. It's not a penalty. But this is exactly what I was talking about yesterday. Like, we're overlapping here. And it creates a lot of space. And in case the winger doesn't follow, the wingback's on his own here. What's this? Hellstrom with a header towards Ekman. Well, that didn't work well. But if you look at it right now, we look like we could defend this well. Well, we could have, in any case. But now Ekman went with the foul. There was like 5 people there. It was, I don't know. I don't know why they didn't defend this well. There were enough people to close him down. Yeah, have fun lurking, or it's alright. And playing FIFA. Nice shot. It's all good. Morgan. Hellstrom. For Sell. Nice ball for Morgan. Can he get a cross in? Oh. It was too late. But overall it looks decent so far. 13 minutes into the game we didn't concede give away a chance, didn't concede. Morgan. Ekman doesn't manage to hit the target in the second attempt. I don't even know if it was the goalkeeper or somebody else that deflected that ball in his direction. Chances like these you don't get many. But what you can see here is that the players positioned outside the penalty area usually have a good chance to score. At least that's the concept, right? Yeah, that's not a good cross. Bad choice here. Let's encourage the team. Nesholm managed to get that one. Larsen, same problem here. This is not offside. Yeah, it's offside. Seriously. Rather clear offside, I might add. So I'm not sure about that. Nesholm. Oh man. Well done by Woldsund. Will he retain possession? Yes. Passes it back to the keeper. That's okay. This works. Forsell. Dribbling through the snow. Morgan. Ekman. Forsell. Dirk. Ekman. Low. Smilovic. Nice ball for Woldsund. And Low will probably take the shot. Yes, he does. This stuff, sometimes it will work. This is the basic concept. And all of a sudden we have the players to pull it off. Morgan. Dirk. He's on a yellow card now. We get a corner. That's fine, so we can have a look at the corner instructions. If it works as we want it to do. So these are the three to look outside. Ekman, Low and Speedy Boy, that's okay. Speedy Boy is, well, not a good long shot I think. But he's still better suited to look here than somewhere else. For Sailback here, he's got a certain strength to him. Woldsund to challenge the keeper, even though he's just average and everything. And then we've got the primary targets here. Hellström and Smilovic. And the other two back here to defend it. So in that sense, I hope that we can score one of these. Yeah, not so much. And Forsell was out of position in this situation. But overall, we retained possession. That's good. And this cross was, I don't know, a desperate measure, I guess. But in the end, we can say that that corner was well defended. We retained possession. Or well defended, no, it was well executed. We retained possession after the corner. At least for some time. And in another circumstance, there might be a chance created from that. So this is what we want. That's okay. Ngongo, Speedy Boy. Yeah, interesting choice. Larsen. With Dirk on the yellow card, we can probably bring Alp on a bit earlier this game. Low. Nice ball from Morgan. Morgan. Can you find a cross? Yes. Speedy Boy's header is not good there. So I said we can bring on Alp earlier. I think that's totally fine here. The yellow card doesn't need to stand on the pitch. So I want Alp to come on. And I'm not worried about Dirk in general, but it's just I'd rather finish this game with enough people on the pitch. And Dirk is already more or less match fit. So that's it. Ekman. Ekman. Ngongo. Speedy. Forsell. And Alp. He will probably go for the cross from deep. No, he goes for a pass. Interesting decision. Morgan, still in control of the ball. There it is. I'm not sure if Woldsund missed the opportunity or actively let it through, but Low went with it, and well, he put it in the back of the net. In a rather confident manner, I might add. If you look at this, yeah, this was a tackle. So Hanson tackled Wolfsund, so Wolfsund couldn't get to the ball, and yeah, it ended up with low. Great anticipation for him to go into the penalty area here as a Metzola and do his job. Alp, Hellström. Alp, Hellström. Wolfsund. And loose defending leaves a bit to be desired for, but overall this is good. Also, with the exception of that one counter-attacking goal that was offside, you can clearly see that we didn't give away many chances. Well, none at all, to be more precise. On the other hand, we had some, and this looks like we're in control of the game. We're not creating many, but who cares as long as we score at some point. And I care much more about not conceding in this situation. The possession stats also look decent to me. That's okay. None of them is tired though. But overall this is good. Here it is. For Sell, Ekman, low. Will he go for a shot? No. He might at some point. Well, anyone might at some point, right? And you could clearly see it here. It hasn't been decided who takes the shot, but that's okay. The opponent will be kept guessing going forward. They don't know who's the one to finish. What's going on here? Come on, close him down. What are you doing, man? It's Malte Ekman. So, there we have it. This is the first shot towards our goal. Not on goal, though. Doesn't even count as a shot. Oh, it does. But a low probability of scoring. Alp. I don't know what they thought here. Ekman. For Speedy Boy. He went with the finish. A bit late though. But that's alright. As you can see, the wingers with some pace have an impact. Speedy Boy. Oh, that was close. That was close. We might score next time. Smailovic, Wolfsund. Well headed. Well done. Low now. Running with the ball. Smailovic. Interesting choice by the ball playing defender for Sell. Speedy Boy. Will he get a cross? Will he get a corner? No, none of the above. He loses the ball. But this is easy to defend. Seriously. Or it should be at least. Low. Low. Interesting. Oh. How could he have missed that? Well, he did though. But overall, wonderful creativity here. I'm happy with that. Speedy Boy. And that's for the keeper. Not a good corner. That happens though, with us and our corner takers. Wow, well intercepted by Morgan. And then we do not go for it immediately. We're gonna go with the cross. Wolfsund doesn't win his header. No big deal. Alp, Morgan does though. Yet another chance. These are not high quality chances, so to say. But if I look at it overall, how many we create, in especially with regards to the opposition, this is good. I think we can do this in the league too. Low, Speedy Boy, Smailovic. Goes with another long ball. Wolfsund, well done. Yet another chance, created by the central defender. Johnson. Speedy wins the header. Wolfsund, well tackled. But he didn't get the possession. Disruptive play though, it works for most of the time. Here's Wolfsund. Gets the ball, Speedy Boy. Cuts inside, Wolfsund again. For Forsell. Will he find a passing option? Well, Ekman. And Ekman finds an interesting ball lobbed into the penalty area. Low. Ekman again. Here's Ekman. And Wolfsund. Not a bad one. Apparently he was offside though, so that doesn't count. We should probably go with some substitutes here. Don't want anyone to get hurt. They are well prepared for the season now, I think. Especially we can play people like Busywork now. Yeah. So overall this should be okay. And also let's play some of the youth players too. Why not? Or well, we can probably do that against the own youth. That's okay. So let's give Ytterhogdals some time on the pitch. And all the others that we expect to play next season. Because the majority of those on the pitch are moderately tired now. Yeah, in fair condition, it says. So fair condition is totally fine for a longer game. But in this case, we don't need them to run down their, undoubtedly, their potential, I'd say. And with Speedy Boy, do we leave him on? I don't think so. But Tillander is already match fit, so there's no use in bringing him on. We can give Puget some time on the pitch here. That's the wrong wing, but doesn't matter. He can play there for some time. Yeah, and that's I'm with Westberg and Zetterberg, really. So even though Puget is on the wrong wing, and not used to this position, he will probably be able to play there. First of all, there's Morgan though. Morgan still going strong. And yet another cross for Speedy Boy. Good, good. We can be happy with that. So far at least. Now, did everybody already get substituted? No. This is still with the old squad, right? Dahlin. Well done by Hellström. And that might end up as a corner. We will substitute everyone, basically, with the exception of Alp, who already came on in the first half. So, this is what we do. Westberg. Franson clears it. Franson's there to sort things out. That was one of the moments where Westberg didn't look too good in the air. I think his aerial reach is 5, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's it. Lilskog. Makendal. Nah, that's an easy one for Westberg though. Also Johnson. If I look at this defending, I don't see much problem so far. Boldegrod Blom with a long kick. That's not one for Friendson though. Olson, Boldegrod Blom, Liljedal and Alp. They win the ball. What will Alp do? Routine passing. Yeah, that's okay. It seriously is. This is totally fine. Now he goes with the cross. That's an easy one to get. Friendson. You can see his pace there. Alp. Another cross. And Puget. He wants to make an impact apparently. That's alright. Who can have that? Johnson. So they play out of the back. Do we... We do not prevent that so far. So let's try to prevent a short distribution. Pugetto. Bernson, Melander, Hellberg, Liljedahl. A shot taken by the least likely member of the squad to score with it. But, I mean, he took it. That's okay. Alp, yet another cross. Puget, yet another header. He's willing, apparently. Or the opponent is entirely unwilling. I don't know what's going on here. Puget. Melander, Hellberg, Swan, Oliver Swan. Typical Oliver Swan, I guess. Good chance. Great agility. In this little spot in the penalty area, he turned around and went for the shot. And that's also part of our corner taking, sadly. Ytterhogdals on the yellow card now. Ekendal. That's easy to intercept for Friendson. Puget. 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 With the ball. Puget. Well tackled by Ekendal. But Puget is still on the ball. Now he isn't. Swan. Ah. That was close. We could have got to the end of that one. So overall, with the match, I'm perfectly happy, right? There's not much to tell. Yeah, we could increase efficiency after the corners or so on, but we didn't give away many stupid chances. Ytterhogdals, and that happens too. But seriously, overall, I'm happy. Söderberg with the long kick. Well intercepted by Puget here. Oliver Swan. Friendson. Puget. There's no big man up front at this point. So, this is a bit missing, I guess. Alp. Liljedahl. Well done by Alp, by the way. Under pressure. Alp again. With the cross. Oliver Swan with the next finish of the game. Puget. Brenson. Brenson. Brenson again. Intercepts the recovery. Hellberg's shot is blocked. Johnson. Boldegard Blom. Alp. Is this... What's this? Does this count as a cross? We're not sure. But this might be intercepted by Melander this time. Swan. Hellberg. No shot. Melander. A wonderful pass by Melander for Bernson. Puget. Friendson. Puget. Well, this looks good. Seriously, this looks good. Nice combinations. And the only problem is there's not a goal at the end of it. This should be offside. And it is. Bernson. Friendson is not the one to go for with this throw, but it worked. Bernson. And yet another corner. Great. Great. We have just what we wanted here. A game that's well in control. So at least for the start of the season we seem to be suitably prepared. Melander. Not a good header. Swan. Melander again. I don't know why we're not... Oh, Melander took it because there's no... None of the instructed players is on the pitch. So Melander took it. Yeah, that makes sense. Liljedahl. Not a good corner. Oliver Swan is there to intercept it though. Right where we put him. Swan, Liljedahl. That's blocked. Bernson, Friendson, Bernson again. There's the cross. Interesting curve. Swan. With another cross, I guess. Hellberg's up there. Oliver Swan. Back to Boldegrod Blom. At this point, who's in the left wing back position, goes for the cross. Fouguet. It's over. It's over. Over the goal, and probably the game's over too. 1 minute to go. Intercepted by Franson. Well, Fouguet is unable to get there. Well done though. Oh, this is not a good pass by Hellberg. And Ytterhogdals intercepts it well. On a yellow. At that. Fouguet, Melander. Melander with a nice long pass for Alp. Liljedahl, Hellberg. Will they create another chance or just pass it around? Franson. Apparently they want to go for another chance, but Liljedahl is too slow. That's it. Game's over. We win with the result of last season. This is, I guess, maximum hurt for them. Because this is what caused them to go down last season. So I'm happy with that result. That's good. And I think I expected a win today, but I was unsure about it. Next game, I definitely expect a win against the own youth. But if you look at it overall, this is not a vintage display to me. This is well in control of the game and a routine win. This is how it should look like, more or less. Perfectly fine with a 1-0. They don't have to score 5. So, that's good. Now, next game is against the U19 in 4 days. We can probably rotate the others in at this point. On the other hand, if you look at this, they are still not match sharp. Most of them aren't. So they need some time on the pitch, even if it's against the U19. But we also need to factor in likelihood to be injured and so on. So hopefully we will get this done. It's sad that none of this counts as match experience. I would love to prepare the squad for a decent season. But yeah, you can already see the end of it though. It's the next 3 friendlies and then we're through. We got this. So we will definitely try to finish this session. Go through the friendlies. Then probably go on a break afterwards for some food. And after I've done this, we can probably come back for another session. If I have the nerve. Later in the day. But I think I'm inclined to do that. Yeah, look at that. So this is the mentoring monthly review. I didn't even know this exists. This is wonderful. So, Noah Nilsson no longer uses his weaker foot. That's okay. And I don't think this is a trait that is absolutely needed on the goalkeeper. Who cares? But it's alright. Rigby. He stays back at all times. For central defender, that's a good trait. So I'm happy with that. And the overall development isn't great, but who cares? We didn't expect much. That said, he's resolute, so maybe something comes of it. And then there's Ishak and Telander, both wind-up opponents at this point. Perfect. We want that. Also, Gear Nestang completes his coaching qualification level. What does this mean for his coaching? Where is Nestang? There's a lot of training here, possession-wise. Yeah, in fact, there's too many players in the squad. That's it. So where's Nestang anyway? Here. Still a 2-star coach though. But he does 2 categories. So there's that. I think at this point, can we maybe try to scout a coaching course? ourselves. They usually decline it at this level because they think I will go, I don't know, grow too many attributes, something like this. And we should also have a look into the staff and think about if we want to retain these. Most of them we probably will though. Because these coaches are hard to get. Especially on that level. And for that wage, that is, right? For that wage, these coaches are hard to get. And they get better and better, and their wage doesn't. Just like in real life. You improve and improve and improve and do more, and you will never get the increase you deserve. At least my experience is like that. Ytterhogdals. He's a scout for us, though. Not a bad one. It's okay. The head of youth development is on a month-to-month contract. I can see why. Because his judging player ability and potential is really bad. Also, we want another personality there. So in case I ever spend some money on staff, it's probably with the head of youth development. I really want a decent head of youth development. But in that case, we need a model citizen or something to give them some money. It doesn't look too bad, but the strength is concerning. I don't think I'm interested. So, not interested, sorry. Now, with the staff, I should probably have a look if there is anyone that is of a decent personality. Not place of birth. I misclicked. Yeah, there's some professionals here. Even a model pro or two. No model citizens though. So a model professional would still be great. But this is an assistant manager. Could we bring him in as a head of youth development? He wants to be coach for 475. I will not think so. And then we have a model professional here. No, he's recruitment analyst though. And if you look at that, I do not want him to be head of youth development anytime soon. Perfectionist would be fine too. Nobody available. There's a lot of professionals. Goalkeeping coaches at that. So we need a goalkeeping coach. Definitely. But if I look at these attributes, well, we could pay him, right? But he's not better than what we have, sadly. So. I'm thinking about stuff like this. This is a good staff member to have as a head of youth development too. He's not great, but he's good. He can also contribute to coaching overall. If you look at this, yes, this is not wonderful. This is 24 overall, but he can be fitness and attacking coach. He's perfectly capable to do that. So I tell you what, I will break with my principles. I will try to sell him as sign him as a head of youth development, and I will try to offer him some money. 200 euros a week. So over 8 months, that means how much money are we talking about? Approximately 6 or 7k, just for his position. Well, we will save on we will save the 30 euros a week. So there's that. But I'm willing to offer him this position. Maybe he wants to be coach. So we gotta let the money talk here. But he's not entirely opposed to head of youth development. Do we want to spend 7,000 euros on a head of youth development that is worthwhile? Do we really want to do that? On the other hand, he would definitely be an improvement to the coaching team too, down there. I'll slap this into a calculator first, but I think we will go with it. This also includes scouting knowledge in Poland. So I start spending the money with full hands at this point. You can criticize me for it later on. Attacking coaching is 11, defending coaching is 6, fitness coaching is 10, which is good. 6, 8, 9 it is. 6, 8, 9. Goalkeeping coaching is whatever, doesn't matter much. This is only 9. Determination, level of discipline is 5. This is really bad. And motivating is 10. Still, as an attacking and a fitness coach, he's a 2.5 star coach too. That's totally fine. And on top, he's got the National B license, so we can probably give him a license for the national A license, at least. So he might improve as a coach, even. Exact same offer. He will probably accept it at some point. He will not. Okay. Fine. Let's go with head of youth development here. I will offer him more money. That's it. Who cares about 10 euros a week at this point? I offer him more money and then we hope for him to accept it. Okay, he doesn't want it. I'm sorry about that, but that's a good idea overall. Let's put him to the shortlist for a year. Stocker. Most definitely not. We also still need, I think we still need somebody to improve fitness coaching, but he's not the one. I think we were looking for a physio. No, not a physio, just a fitness coach. Just a fitness coach. Yeah, decent fitness coaching. So we have that on 2 directors of football who are retired from hands-on roles, yes. They have it, but they will not teach us. And then there's the one we just talked to. Who wants to be coach? Sure, his fitness coaching would be great to have in the squad. Apparently this scout has good fitness coaching too. Yeah, he's too old. He's retired from hands-on roles. And this is the next coach we have. Fitness coaching 7. I don't think so. At this point, what we have in the squad is, or in the team, it's the same as what we would get. So, not a chance so far. There's a lot of people coming in for loan for these guys. So I'm willing to question if we keep people like Melander. Like, they're really good additions to the squad for a personality perspective. But is it worth it? Keep them around for that money? Or is it not? I don't have an answer to that. I'm not sure. Will I sell them? Will I not? I don't know. I don't know yet. Seriously. So Ytterhogdals extended his contract. That's alright. Now we've got him under contract until he considers himself a squad player. That's okay. So he's bound to us until the end of 2028, and his contract might extend going forward. Patterson Paul, not too concerned with this. I don't know. Puget signs a new 2-year deal, so the talent is bound to the club for an extended period of time at this point. And if he develops into something useful, that's okay. And if he doesn't, well, we can always blame the personality. We simply need your presence at training right now. I don't think so. Yeah, they don't, it's not about the finance at this point. They don't want us to have a better coaching qualification, which is sad, because I would love to have a better coaching qualification. And to remain at the club anyway. Doesn't matter to me. But where's the qualifications here? I'm not sure. But this set of mental stuff is also concerning. Tactical style, park the bus. Interesting to see that. So this, I never look into this, but I do now. There's a manager timeline here. This is not that interesting. But we played 131 games and we won 62. Lost 46. Draw is not a result that's on the cards too much. Goal difference of 60 in 131 games. That's not great, but it's not bad either. And 47% win percentage, so overall we have a good track record so far. So far, that is. It might not be going forward. These guys can all go in the U19, right? At this point. They can all go into the U19. That's what we're looking for anyway. So this should reduce the workload in the first team. Korovic is wanted for loan. Cool. Do we let him leave? Probably yes. He needs time on the pitch, and we have Oliver Swan and the other guy. Also, he's really cheap, so the other clubs can have him. And we will try to get money for him, like serious money. I don't know when it becomes an insult to the other clubs, but I don't care. We need to generate some income. We do not have player sales this season, so we might as well offer him out like this. And maybe I'll go forward with similar offers for other players. Now, for Wickberg, let me try this. No, why is there... Once he's out on loan, we can only offer him to the loaning club, and I don't know why. This is really weird. Is it forbidden to offer players to another club? Is it like this? Maybe. Maybe. The transfer window closes pretty soon, so some of the youth signings we might make going forward might happen later than we want them to, but that's okay. Okay. Apparently the interest died down, probably due to the fee. So, can we do another offer here? Maybe offer him for 30 at this point. This is a bit tiresome, but I would be willing to go with this. Well, for players like Ostrom at this point, we just want him to have a lone move. Now, obviously, I want a fee, but that fee can be minuscule. Like, something like this. I mean, who cares about this stuff? Friendson, there's so much interest in him. I'm not sure if we want to keep him or Ishak though. Now Ishak's better physically overall, but he's got good potential. We might actually keep him here and push Ishak out the door. On the other hand, Ishak gives us some tactical flexibility due to the physical presence, but overall it's not that bad. If I look at complete forward just for fun. Friendson lacks some mentals. He definitely needs to improve there, but he's 20, so there's that. Ishak is 26 now. Ishak is slower. Ishak is a much better jumper. Ishak is stronger, but not that great. So he's tall but not strong, in that sense. The other, well, Per Friendson isn't. He probably will not grow into it. This is not good enough for some sort of target man or something. As somebody participating in build-up play though, he's fine. And he can also do the pressing forward thing, which we require from Ishak anyway. So in that case, I actually think Ishak can go out on loan, and we will play the young guy. Is this a good idea? Not sure. But if we can make some serious money on him, why not? He's happy to do it, so let's give him the time in another club. In case anybody wants him, anyway. Friendson, on the other hand, not so sure. He can develop with us. Well, okay, as good as you can develop with us. It's probably not much in there. Coleman. Well done. And there's a lot of other training performances. I don't want to go into detail with this. Let them have some time on their own now. Sure, I want to respond. What's the deal? No transfer stories. Sorry. Hopefully, this gets us in the territory where we're prepared for the new season. No offers for free players. Well, definitely not. So Hammarby want Ishak apparently. Yeah, really, he can stay. Who cares? Sure, we want to make some money at some point, but he can also stay. With Speedy Boy here, we decided that he can remain with the club. Now, on the other hand, if we can make some money on him and he can have the match practice somewhere else, that's okay too. But I think for him to remain with the club is not the worst of ideas. He's also got high susceptibility to injuries, so this is not a good idea here. Heavy load apparently. Why is that? Well, this is maybe just the amount of fixtures in this week. So from that perspective, we shouldn't play him. You really shouldn't. The risk to injure him is pretty high now. Apparently it's normal, but I think it's high at this point. So I'd rather have him in the season not entirely sharp than force him into sharpness and not have him around at all within the season. Tillander, on the other hand, yeah, similar problems, but we will make do. So, if we would need to sign somebody in a position, probably left defender, if I'm perfectly honest. If somebody's interested to offer us a left defender that's really good, I would go with it probably. And Alp and as well as Dirk might fight for the spot. Give me a second here. Whoa. I'm in the mood for chocolate. As always. The squad numbers have to be decided. Oh no. There's a lot of people that have preferred numbers. What's the deal here? So auto numbering is totally fine with me, but why didn't we assign these? What? Doesn't matter with the youth players. The other ones here don't get a number. Why not? So these are out on loan, that's alright. And these are youth players, I guess, so I don't know. Sure, why not? Who cares about his squad number anyway? Hi, welcome to the stream. Let me know if you have any questions. Yeah, I'll go into it immediately. Just let the save go through. So this is Ytterhogdals IK in Sweden. We are in the third league in Sweden, which is called First League for some reason. So this is First Division, First League North or something. And in case you are already confused, the second league is called First Division Elite, and the first division is called Premier Division. Yeah, well, it is. This definitely is Nordic, and well, I don't know. I'm from Germany, so I have no idea about Scandinavia in general. I learn a lot of stuff though. For example, the common example here is I do thumbnails for YouTube. These episodes go to YouTube. Afterwards, nobody watches it there. And I do thumbnails. I dropped the real Ytterhogdals IK a mail. They didn't answer. And so I cannot use their picture of their pitch because it's copyright protected, right? So I had to do with a picture that's free. So I picked a picture, a drone shot that was license free, with a lot of snow and a football stadium on it, and it's a stadium in Norway. Apparently this is an insult. I didn't know, but it is as it is now. So, yeah. These days, Ytterhogdal IK, as a series on YouTube, have a stadium from Norway there, as a picture. I'm perfectly happy to change it. This is how it goes sometimes. Yeah. Vasalund. Well, I think Vasalund, we've got a history with them. Okay. So, our history with Vasalund, IF, at this point, is that they can be really a pain in the ass, to be frank about it. In the first season, in this league, yeah, Tabby. Well, they all within Football Manager, right? I have no idea about the teams in real life because, well, I'm in Germany, so I have a hard time with the names already, I guess. But apparently the language is pretty similar. Both are Germanic languages to a degree. So yeah, with Tabby and Vasalunds we had our problems so far. Tabby is a smaller club, I think, but they've been hard on us most of the times. And Vasalunds just managed to come around every single time when it's really important that we need a win. And then, well, they put a stop to our ambition. Oh, cool. That's nice. Well, we don't have Vallentuna here, but we have Sollentuna. So no, seriously. There's also a few clubs that were in the league throughout the years. I wouldn't be able to tell you about all of them now from the top of my head, but at this point I have a rough idea of most of these clubs within Football Manager. That is, not for their position in the real world, or I don't know where they are located and so on. But I know, for example, that Sollentuna came into the league from somewhere. I guess they got promoted. And they had a monster of a player within their squad throughout last season. I'll just show you. This guy. Patrick Brandt Erlandsson. I have absolutely no idea how they managed to sign this guy previously. Apparently he was one of their youth intake, if I'm not mistaken. No, he came from Hesselholm, but still, they signed him at Sollentuna as a steal, and I really tried to sign him, but there was no interest at all. He's now with Renamo Reserves. I'm not aware of what this means, but I guess this is a Premier League club, right? Yeah, so there's that. So sometimes clubs come through that have just outstanding players. Or, I don't know, we have a history with Carlsons. We sold our primary striker to them, who scored 20 goals a season for us, for a lot of money. We were forced to. They played him one league above. he didn't score. For some reason he didn't score, because he's a target forward that is just outstanding. Okay. Yeah, cool. And, now, these days, Ytterhogdals is without a contract. They released him. Okay. Yeah, as I said, I have no idea about all of this. So I'm very happy to have you. And there's also some other Swedish fellows around here that come in from time to time and provide me with some information. But you probably are aware at this point where Ytterhogdal is located and how big the community is. So to have Ytterhogdals IK in this division, which they don't belong in. No, I'm not from Hamburg. I'm from Nürnberg. This is in southern Germany, but I moved here recently. Originally, I'm from Stuttgart. Why did you guess, though? I've been to Hamburg. Do you have any questions about the city or what's going on? Well, okay. Let's switch these. The team. What's closest to you here? Yeah, Stuttgart. That's correct. So what's closest to you here? To your heart? Heart. Oh. So, let me put it this way. I want to be an honest person on the stream. And I'm very happy to have you. But with the teams in Hamburg, we too might have a problem. Yeah, we stole Wagnerman. I'm not sure if this is a steal or a bad transfer though. This is one of those that I have no idea why we did that. Because in Stuttgart he didn't show anything so far. Also, we didn't steal him. We bought him. That's okay. I love players that are on the pitch and not injured all the time. So in that case, Wagnerman doesn't fit the bill. But seriously, so I follow Hamburg, well, the HSV, sometimes. But, I mean, I'm more of a supporter of St. Pauli, I guess. If you can say that for somebody that's foreign to the city. So, yeah, there might be some minor rivalry here. And to be fair, what they do in the second league overall in Hamburg is in both clubs is really impressive. So the Hamburg clubs have been the laughing stock of Germany's leagues, more or less. And well, in Hamburg, with the Hamburg SV, they managed to get into, say, calmer waters recently. And that's impressive, considering a like 20-year history of just chaotic management. Same in Stuttgart, by the way. So it's not like this is any better. Stuttgart is really horrible. It's a hot chair. The fact that Pellegrino Matarazzo and Sven Mislintat lasted for 3 years there is quite impressive. And I'm really sorry to see them leave. In fact, it reduced my interest in overall general in real football, because I've been following VfB Stuttgart under Sven Mislintat very closely, and I liked it a lot. I would be one of these people that would be willing to go down in League 2 with him. But these days, new director of football. Yeah, we play our own youth. Great. Doesn't matter. Let's go. So anyway, I will not comment too much on this game probably. We might skip over it. It shouldn't mean much. That is if nobody gets injured. But overall I think there's a lot of talk to be had about German football in general, in case you're interested in any of this. And in good management. So, is there a club you support? other than the Hamburger Sportverein. There's the first goal by Low. We can be happy with that. I also need water. Water. There we go. As a streamer, always be prepared. Yeah, we play the on youth. And this is due to the fact that nobody wants to come in to play a friendly with us. Or if they come in, yeah, we have a problem paying for it. And sorry for the sound. I realized that this is picked up, but still not willing to to buy a new pitcher. Okay, yeah. Welcome back, sir. Welcome back to the stream. Yeah, but this is how it goes, right? There's some regional, I don't know, affiliation going on most of the time. But it's always the question if you can make for the water bores. Thank you very much. Well, do we really need to look into this game in entirety? Probably not. In that case, you probably missed one or two, because I used this water, well, I call it pitcher, I'm not sure what it's really called, because it has, you know, there's a thing on top against, I don't know, stuff falling in and so on. But anyway, I use this quite frequently, so I'm sorry to break this to you, but your AI sucks. Seriously. It didn't recognize a lot of water sounds recently. Doesn't manage to score here. Okay, we will not go into detail with this. Let's go with key highlights. Because it really doesn't matter. We played it on youth. So that's probably the best game we can have for match sharpness. Overall, but that's it. The result is not that important to me. That could result in a nice counter situation. Here's Woldsund. Ngongo. Loosely.
Thanks for the follow.
And thank you very much. But yeah, very loosely. Is this not offside? Apparently not. Okay. So, alright. About the AI, seriously, it's a nice joke. And about following clubs in England, as somebody that likes Jurgen Klopp as a person, not so much for his choice of additional funding over you know, ads. He does stuff for financial consulting these days in Germany, or did, and for really bad financial consulting, like really horrible financial consulting. So it's not even financial consulting in a strict sense. But anyway, but as a person, I think I like Jurgen Klopp more or less because he's a decent manager, I think. So in that sense, I follow Liverpool to a degree. But not like I'm following every game. It's more like I follow how they're doing, and then I follow English football in the way everyone does around the world. I don't know, about oil money and a lack of financial fair play. So that stuff I usually yeah, follow up to, but not like I'm interested in any club in particular. I'm more interested in the lower league clubs once I play there. But this season it's this installment of Football Manager, it's Sweden. So yeah. No, I did not. With the game engine, I did not, and I didn't look out for it though. Like I was notified, but this is still the old database, right? I will not start a new save just because it's a winter update. Who cares? What's the result anyway? Yeah, sure. Let's be happy with it. But I didn't notice any update. That said, our player base is, I don't know, it might not be that we see this stuff anyway. Nice chance here. For all of a sudden, there's nobody in the stadium too. You noticed that? Yeah, there's 0 people in the stadium. So great, really great. Does this go in? No, it doesn't. 1-0 only against the own youth, who doesn't stand a chance. So 60 minutes into the game. Well, okay, let's look into this scene. But I follow, or I used to follow some of the German clubs, obviously. And the longer you watch football, you have some favorites, of course. Like due to good management or bad management, or I don't know. Okay, well, this might be. But, well, defensive consistency, let me put it that way. We've never been very good defensively. Oh, I wanted to switch the playing stuff. We only got 7 substitutes for the game against the own youth. Why is that? That's a shitty way to set up a friendly, but okay. Whatever. If this is how it is. Let's substitute everyone. And evenly it all. What does it matter? Now somebody will get hurt and we will need to bring the goalkeeper on. This might explain why we didn't concede that many goals recently, but I'm not sure. To be perfectly honest, I'm not sure. Ishak. Ishak can also score apparently, even with finishing a 5. It's offside. Well, so much for being able to score. Yeah, but you two drop in at the end of the preseason, basically. We still have some friendlies to do, but overall, looking forward. I think we can get to a real game today. And maybe not within this session, though. This session will probably be 2 additional friendlies, and that's it. We also did set pieces, so, well, some of them anyway. So this is part of a yesterday evening's video, and it's not published on YouTube yet. But we did set up set pieces to improve chances going forward, because we do not have a target man anymore. So yeah, we need to go with more long shots and a bit of more of a distributed finishing, I would argue, which I'm totally fine with, but it needs to work, and I'm not sure about that just yet. On the other hand, this reduces the focus of our squad on a single striker, which is a good thing, I guess. So in case you're interested, I can show you for the first team. This is who we want to play as an inverted winger on the left wing. You can see he's got a decent long shot. There's some creativity in here, even though his vision isn't good. Anticipation's missing. But he's a runner and a shooter with the ball, so that's okay. We were missing this on the left wing. Also his English, in case you've been around for a long time, you realize why we need English players, so that counts. Then in midfield, Forcell has a acceptable long shot. It's not really great, but he can take one from time to time. This guy has 12 points of long shots, so he can take a long shot definitely. Also runs with ball through center and shoots from distance. He will score. I don't know if he scores 1, 2 or 5 throughout the season, but he will score. And then there's Tillander. He's a natural finisher. He's a former striker. Well, he still is a striker, so he plays out here. And Wolfsund, on the other hand, he's got a decent long shot for our level, but he's a good striker overall. We try to play him as a deep lying forward to fit in with the formation. He could also do complete forward, for my taste at least, but it's a bit much, and he roams a lot. I don't think that's needed in the way of in our tactic. So in that sense, we have you might say we have no striker at all, or we have 5 strikers. or 4.5. I don't know, depending on how you want to put it. Also, there's a register. In this squad, no, I don't think so. These are all very young players, but I might be able to skip through it. Maybe somebody has caps on U21 level. I'm not sure, really. This is not something I look into, usually. Once they reach international level, they get damn expensive, overall. We had a Somalian international on the team previously, but that has been, well, in-game it has been some years ago. I would need to look up his name. No, I don't think there's anyone in here. There's no youth cups, nothing. But some of them might make it to international level. I think internationals for this team, for this level, is probably more about being in a party, well, having a nationality that is that offers a possibility. Like, for example, Smilovic here, I'm not sure if I pronounced it correctly. He's a recent signing, he's Bosnian, in second nationality. Now, he was born in Sweden, but he might play for Bosnia and Herzegovina at some point. I'm not sure though if he wants to, and at this point I would probably curse about it, because that means that we lose him for some time throughout the season, where we need him, and the match experience he gains there is not worth the time, usually. For me at least. Because either he will not perform at that level, or he will perform at that level but he plays against trash opponents. So in that sense, to me, internationals are a waste of time. I'd rather have him with the club. And the coaching and match experience at this level is already shitty. So, yeah. Don't know. But maybe I just had some bad experiences with international players. Maybe that's that. Yeah. Any other questions? I can also go over, I don't know, the squad for the next season, but you will see in time anyway. The transfer window closes, we're trying to sign some more players, trying to get rid of players, it doesn't work. Nobody wants our loan players, the ones we listed for loan. So what's left anyway? We have overall the transfer history this season looks healthy. The favorite German food. Yeah, well, previously I would have said probably Maultaschen. So I'm from Stuttgart. If you are well accustomed to the region, Maultaschen or Spätzle are the way to go, food-wise there. But I don't eat that very much anymore. These days, for me, it's mostly I don't know. I guess a piece of meat or a good sausage, but combined with a big, colorful salad and some potatoes and probably mayonnaise. So more like barbecue, I guess. And I think overall this is rather healthy. On top, there's a lot of stuff that I don't like about some food, but I'm not a nutrition expert by any stretch of the imagination. And we had this topic recently. I think different food is good for different people. That's just the way it is, like due to genetics. And yeah. Well, potato salad is also great, right? But I was talking real salad, like with tomatoes and some cheese, maybe some olives in there. I don't know, tuna. Whatever you think fits a salad. I also like salad with stir-fried chicken or something like this. All of this is really great, and I've grown to appreciate it over time. To be honest, I didn't appreciate it that much when I grew up, and basically throughout my 20s. I should have appreciated it much more. Also, with in terms of drinking, I'm down to tap water at this point. because I really don't see the usefulness in spending money on all the other stuff anymore. It's such a waste of money overall. And it took me 30-something years to get there. Seriously. So I drank a lot of sugary stuff in previous years in my life, and I don't know why I did that. If I would have skipped that and put all of the money into an ETF portfolio, well, financial circumstances would be not vastly different, but you spend a lot of money on Coke. That's the wrong way to put it. On Coca-Cola or on Pepsi or stuff like that. I didn't spend a lot of money on drugs. I did spend no money at all on drugs because I never did drugs. So yeah. Anyway, you stumble into these things. Yeah. But chooses. So we can continue this topic. I have no issues with it. But juice contains a lot of sugar. In fact, some juice contains way more sugar than Pepsi or no. There's no addictions to drugs here. The worst addiction I have is probably chocolate at this point, and maybe being overly correct in some circumstances. And PC gaming, obviously, Football Manager in particular. But yeah. Well, okay. So I don't drink milk anymore. This is I don't. I guess I don't digest it too well. I have no problem talking about this, but this stuff changed recently for me. I just realized that some stuff my body doesn't stomach that well. So this results in a diet that I would not recommend to everybody. But in case it works, that's fine. And in that, for that matter, as I said, different people have vastly different circumstances. For example, so I am borderline aware of this, right? I'm not an expert, but I think people of heritage in icy environments that where the natives live on fishing and so on. Usually the genetics favor some kind of fish-based diet, and they get along just fine with this. If you feed them a typical American diet or something like this, it might be really bad for them. Yeah, it's similar with me. So I cut out gluten and milk, but this is due to let's say allergic circumstances. And you are probably aware that this is also associated with a decent amount of autoimmune diseases. So in that sense, even if you are no longer allergic to it and can stomach it just fine now, yeah, it's your decision, right? So on one hand, enjoy your life. On the other hand, I don't know. Probably don't take a risk that is not needed. In case you already know that you cannot digest some stuff that well. And seriously, I don't miss grain at all. Like, I don't miss bread. I don't miss, I don't know. I don't miss most of it anyway. I can eat potatoes just fine from time to time. Yeah. Good. But this stuff is more common than you think. Now, not the allergy to gluten in specifically, but allergies to food that are undiagnosed, or minor. How do I put this? Minor inconvenience. Like there's people running around. They just think that it's normal to have digestive problems all the time, or to fart all over the place. This is not how it is. You can have digestive system that works fine. And it took me 30-something years to find that out. So this is what you come for, right? Yeah, this will be on YouTube forever. But seriously, look into this stuff. You gotta resolve it for yourself anyway. If you see this later on. Yeah, I think in my family there's some of this stuff going on too. But I do not blame them. That's just how everyone works with this stuff. most people don't accept it, and also there's a lot of you know, with all the ads and stuff, you get pushed into nutrition that's really bad for you. Like I don't consume sweets anymore, other than this chocolate is like 85% chocolate, or 85%. What is it called? Cocoa, cacao, whatever, whatever it is in English. So it's not sweet. This is like serious chocolate. There's basically no sugar in this, and I'm perfectly fine with it. I got used to it. This tastes sweet to me now. That's okay. But bread isn't bad in particular. There's people that tolerate it just fine. Like it might be that 80 or 90% of people are just fine with carbohydrates in general. That's okay. There's also a big vegetarian community throughout the world, and these people think they do good, and they might do good for most people. But emphasis on most. Some people cannot live on a vegetarian diet, probably. And it's the same the other way around. Some people cannot stomach, like, meat. So to be, I don't know, absolute about this just is silly to me. Because you gotta test it on a subject-by-subject basis. You really gotta test it. And it's only once the health problems pop up that you realize that you should do some autoimmune trials, basically. Like going back to what everyone can digest and find out what you can eat and what you can't. But in case you watch this later, anyone, and say this, it's worthwhile. And it has nothing to do with Football Manager, by the way. Yeah, I get that. Yes. But there's people that can eat like half of what's common. And there's a lot of stuff that is borderline accepted by the medical community in that sense. So not specific to gluten, but let's say there's very divisive topics there. Like for example, seed oils. So I will not state an opinion on this here on stream, because this might be considered a conspiracy theory right now, but it might be accepted as common wisdom in medical community 20 years from now. I don't know. I honestly don't know. So in that sense, it might be. Yeah, we might have new discoveries going forward. I'm not saying it's seed oils though, or blood fats or whatever, but there's always something subject to change, and we'll learn about it even more. This is highly, by the way, this is very interesting, as you might probably guess by now, to me. But on the other hand, a lot of people get along just fine without any knowledge of this. And with... Did you see this? The pillow dropped. I gotta fix this. No. Stay here. Seriously. My acoustic pillows on the wall. Yeah, I gotta remove this at some point. Anyway, in science in general, there are a lot of topics that are quite interesting, but you cannot study all of them. You just can't. But some of this stuff is really interesting, and it's in some areas it's also interesting to see how many professionals you can meet that think they have a good opinion on or a good grasp on it, and have never read a scientific paper about certain topics, and just form an opinion on what they were taught third hand or fourth hand, and never read the exact statistics or something like this. This is really interesting to me. And this is not limited to medicine or, I don't know, computer sciences or anything. So, in that sense... Yeah, but don't go all over it. There's the other end of it too. Like the extreme religion like stuff. So to me this is a bad thing, right? So these people that preach that everybody should eat like that and so on and so forth, don't go there. Yeah, this is not good. And from that perspective, yeah, you really need to figure out yourself what works for you. And that's not a popular way to put it though. Like I'm not sitting here and promoting XYZ as a primary food source. I will not do that, because it depends a lot on who you are and what your genetics do, how you treated your body in the last 20 years. I don't know if you've been extreme examples. If you have illness or kind of know, I don't know, been an alcoholic for the last 20 years. Well, good for you to get rid of it, but depending on how you live, you might have completely different circumstances and different requirements. Do we want to sign him? Doesn't look too bad, but it's probably a pass right now, because his personality is not that great. I was hoping for a pro. So no. Oh, there's a lot of trials coming to an end. Did I just skip over all of these? I just skipped over all of these. We talk too much. I talk too much. This is not bad overall, but it's not good either. Yeah, exactly. And I'm willing to break that up, not only for nutrition, for other stuff too. To have some, how do I put this? To have some critical input from the outside is usually a good idea in any circumstances. Even if it turns out to be wrong, but you want to know why it is wrong. And that why, a lot of times, the common wisdom gets challenged, and then the challenge gets disregarded without, how do I put this? Without evidence, I would say. And this I cannot abide. On the other hand, there's some really stupid challenges to common wisdom too, so I can see why that happens. But in the end, you gotta look into detail in most of these things, and most of it is not trivial. These are all, so I give them the second look now. None of these are really great, which is to be expected. We're trying to fish in their youth recruitment, so whoever comes over probably isn't great. This is not bad, but he's not that pacey. So I'm fishing for like a model professional or something in here, potential or no potential. That or somebody with really great attributes. That is yeah, for example, definitely not. Just due to the trade, I will not do that. Fickle. No, I don't know. Don't think so. There will be the odd gem though, from time to time. He might not be, but the personality is decent. What do you think? So as a wing, he would need to play wingback on support duty for us. Think he can improve to a level where he can play for us? I realize. This is, as I said, I'm fishing in their youth recruitment. This is what I'm doing right now. This is not about now. This is about in 5 years. This is about getting a homegrown player that works fine or resale value. So, do you think this guy can improve to have some resale value? That's what I'm asking, basically. Coach says he has shitty potential, but our coaches are crap anyway. They don't know. Yeah, I don't think about it that way. I'll think about it in terms of resale value, really. If we go up to second tier, he will not play for us, no. But on the other hand, we might still sell him for money. So to me, the question is, will he earn us 1,000 euros at some point, or we will be able to sell him on a 25% clause or something like this? Because what I'm trying to do now, I just decided I'll make it. Just as an example, we offer a transfer, and we want we want a wage contribution. So he's on a €5 per week contract. We want them to pay that. These €2. And usually at this point, the clubs are happy to get rid of them. For some reason. So that means we spend €3 a week on this guy. Going forward. No. We will sign him on a youth contract. He's unsure, he has vastly overstated expectations. So we will start the negotiations now. Get rid of all of this. Tell him that he can come in as a youngster. And he still agrees to it, because he's 16. And now we will get rid of all of this. I don't care about his requirements. If he doesn't want to sign on a youth contract, he can go. I don't need to make this signing. And this is the way I usually do it with these. So I've not done a lot of these, but here we go. Force him into yet another youth contract. So now they pay €2 a week. We pay him 5, so effective wage is 3. If we sell him, we still retain the income, the €2 a week, because they will pay this until the end of 2030. And if we cannot, we can still loan him out, right? So this can be, even if we do not get a fee for him, like overall, if they pay his wages on the loan, his wages will be overcompensated. So in the end, it will make us money, but it's really small scale stuff. And also, there's a risk in it. The risk is that he doesn't develop, and he's just like shit. He doesn't do anything useful for the club, and he will not bring any money in. But with that personality, I'm willing to go with it. Yeah, if you wanna call it that way. But this is also possible with other clubs. You can also do this for, I don't know, English clubs or so on. It doesn't matter much. You can do this everywhere. In case they are willing to pay part of the wages of the player, you're usually good. So, success fees. I'm willing to go with high ones at this point. Who cares? I want to finish as high as possible in the competition, yes. And hopefully in the cup too. If there would be cup bonuses, I would gladly pay the highest bonuses there are. But also in the league, we should finish higher at this point. Alright, this is okay. We play Ogne IF. I have no idea where they come from, and I don't think it matters that much. This is a lower league club, so we can give some of the... Here's Hellstrom. Well, he's already on heavy match load. So we might have overdone it a little bit with the matches recently. What's missing now? Left defender. Well, that's Dirk. It's always Dirk. Yeah, but they can play here. Overall. And maybe we will just rotate the rest, play the youth here. Who cares? Yeah, we'll do that. So we will put the youth players on here. We need to get rid of some of these. So that's the downside to it. We have a lot of youth players that are absolutely useless. So that scheme doesn't work out very well so far. Korovic apparently didn't play much recently. Ostrom, Skolomo and Puget. Telander. And Dushak. Anyone else? Well, we still need one spot on the bench to be filled. Okay, so let's put Entenburg on. Doesn't matter much. Let's go into this. So this is not the first team, this is more of... I guess this is the second team, you can say, for this friendly. B team, however you want to put it. And we still, I expect them to win this one. Or at least be competitive in it. Seriously. Also, apparently somebody went with, I don't know, all of this is perfectly green and the pitch is still white. I will not stop complaining about this now that I saw it. It's just weird. So we're trying to focus on key highlights here. To get over with it pretty fast. Melander with a nice long ball for Ytterhogdals. That's not a bad one so far, but yeah, nothing happened. And apparently they had the only chance in the game so far. Ytterhogdals, well recovered. Alp with a cross from deep. Friendson. What a goal! What a goal! Now, if only he could do these in the real season. We'll see. But he anticipated that one, he was fast enough. Great. Well done. I'm happy to have a fast striker all of a sudden, if only Splitbiff would be around. Well, he's more of a proponent of good finishing though, so... not so much about the pace. Nice goal by Hellberg. Great. So, anything else that's new with you? What's going on in your lives, otherwise? Let me know. Yeah, have a good time. Well, in class. Yeah. But try to get something out of it, seriously. And have a great day, man. Thanks for joining. Larson with the free kick. Sederberg. Alp. It's cleared. That was close. Ytterhogdals is on a yellow apparently. We should probably substitute him at some point. We've got enough options there though. So what does it matter? He doesn't need to get a red card here, and then we have one less spot for match sharpness going forward. Puga needs the sharpness anyway. So, let's do this. Momentum looks fine. Puga with the corner. Hagedal, headers in. Oh, it's per Boldigord Blom though. It wasn't even Hagedal. Yeah, Boldigord Blom is fine too. So let's praise them, be happy with it. That's a good performance overall so far. I'm happy with that. And he would have preferred to stay on the bench. Great. Is it too cold, Mr. Bouquet? Well, not for them. They're burning damn hot here. That's okay. So also, it was scored after a set piece, so this works out just fine, at least in these circumstances. Yeah, I'm happy with that. And at minute 60 or something, we will probably include some of the others. Speedy Boy, Boldigord Blom. Close. Very close. But 4 goals scored in one half is probably good enough. No, these games don't mean much. I know this. They are not that important, and the real games come within the season. These are here to improve morale a bit. Puget. He found his goal scoring foot. All of a sudden. So that works out just fine. Maybe Puget has got some potential left in him after all. Well done here. Cuts inside, isn't closed down. That's a good finish. Well placed. He used his technique and, well, he just lobbed it in. Oh, Puget. Melander. Busywork, Blom. Melander again. Oliver Swan doesn't follow up though. Bronson wins the header without a problem. Swan. Oliver Swan long shot. That's not his usual focus with his long shots of 5. Speedy boy Friendson. Still Friendson. Speedy boy again. Will he go down the wing with this? He's trying. Cuts back. Wonderful pass into midfield. Hellberg. Friendson. That was close. Burnson. Doesn't play the pass forward. Finds Melander though, who skips past his marker. Hellberg. Wow. Close one. Apparently this counts as a key highlight, by the way, so I do not expect too much scoring going forward. But there are good chances here. Yeah, it's key highlights only. Puget. Puget on the ball. Can he do another? He can do a nice possession pass for Alp. He will cross the ball at some point. This is not an early cross anymore, but... Swan. Oliver Swan. Yeah, good one. Good one. If we can have this kind of performance in the season too. With the other teams as opponents, we're perfectly fine. And if you look at this from a technical point of view, Swan here, he can also do this against bigger teams. Who cares? He's capable of hitting the goal from time to time. That said, this amount of chances will not be created within the season. Friendson. Hellberg nearly managed to get a good tackle out of this. Busywork Blom. In midfield. Melander, Hellberg. Creative pass, I guess. Is this a corner? It isn't. What's going on? Larsson. This is sloppy defending, apparently. Asfar. Or Faha. Not sure. Yeah, this is sloppy defending. Look at Lindahl here. All on his own. We gave away a chance, and not a bad one. We shouldn't give these away like this. So 20 minutes to go. We can rotate the entire squad in case we find somebody to substitute in. So Westberg can come on. That's an easy one. Anderson can come on. Rigby can come on. Hellström is on the heavy load, if I'm not mistaken. Dirk, same, but for 20 minutes he will do. Carlson. Probably as a box-to-box at this point. He is none of this. I don't know. For Korovic it is easy. Ostrom. Nah. We'll put Ishak here as a deep lying forward. What's missing? somebody for the right wing. So Skillummer probably, even though he's not a natural here, but that's okay. And somebody to go for the passing. There's no great passer here, but Melander can have the rest of the game, so that's okay. We'll do this. Go through the game, and I'll probably go for a lunch break afterwards. Maybe get some time on the deck too. There's like sun outside. It's really great. So in Nuremberg there's a river, and you can go on the skateboard along the river, to a degree at least. And in case there's no branches on the pavement all the time, you can really have a good time there. Enjoy the sun. Go for some cruising. Lindahl, Fern, easy one for Westberg, but we shouldn't give away these chances. That said, this is this is B- team at this point. They do not create much, and we give away some chances. Dirk, Puget, Dirk again, Dirk with the cross, Skillummer with the header. Close. Close. Alright. We got it. This is a deserved win. We can be happy about Puget. So this is fine. And next session we will go into the match against Hobo, I guess. It is Hobo. Nice way to pronounce it, by the way. But anyway, hopefully this is how it is pronounced. But yeah, Hobo, which might have a slightly different meaning in English. So next match will be against Hobo. Last preseason match, if I'm not mistaken, and afterwards we will need to face Haninge. That will be the first real match of the season. It will be a home game, and we'll look into this later. So I realized that the stream has only been for 2.5 hours, but it feels like a good point for a break. So yeah, in case you didn't do yet, you know how that stuff works with notifications and following and blah blah. It's the same everywhere on every platform. Well, slightly different, but I'll be back later. In case we don't see each other again, have a nice day. In case we do, yeah, see you later. So have a good day, and thanks for watching.